I have this zest for life because I've seen it being taken away from my loved ones, and almost twice out of 3 times I lost my life.
I will take you deep and high without any substance.
Every minute is a bonus, so I cannot not be happy. Are they going to enhance your life or they're going to drain you?
Dariush Soudi, entrepreneur, businessman, life coach, founder of a Gladiator Summit.
If it's all about me winning, it's not going to last long. I think success is when I got generational wealth, that I can go wherever I want to go with whoever I want to do for as long as I want to, without having to explain anything to anyone.
Welcome to I Am Creation podcast. And I feel so excited today because I'm in Dubai and I'm recording my first podcast, and I have a very special guest, Dariush Soudi. He has more than 4 decades of experience as a global sales leader. He is entrepreneur, he is international speaker, founder and CEO of Capital Dubai, Arena Capital Dubai, founder of Gladiator Summit. But the most important, he's so passionate about what he's doing. He's empowering and inspiring business people in different industries to scale their business and to be profitable. And yesterday, I was so blessed to have this amazing human being at I Am Leadership event in Dubai. And oh my God, he's an amazing storyteller. I can tell you, I can listen to your stories for a whole day. And the most important, he's so open, so real, so authentic, so aligned with what he's doing. And there is so much joy, there is so much life. And the way how you support people is incredible. I don't know how you do all these things with all your busy schedule, but I felt blessed to have you there and to receive all the support. And
Can we end the podcast now? Let's end it on a high. Yes. We can only go down from here, right?
No,
So-
I can tell you, you will go high with me.
Thank you.
This is like the events that I'm creating, the retreats, etc. I'm telling, when I have a call with people, I tell, guys, I will take you deep and high without any substances. Because like also what I want to share, I felt so much energy yesterday in the room. The way you shared, the way you gave the energy, it was so vibrant. I told you, so alive.
People were buzzing. weren't
People were buzzing, and I can tell. I came to Dubai. I went to the global event, a global women
Women's,
event. Yeah, when my friend Alena asked me how did I feel, I told I didn't feel anything.
they? Flat.
Flat. People were like, they were doing amazing things. They were talking. They were sharing amazing tools. I didn't feel any energy. And yesterday, when you were sharing, oh my God, it was. People were buzzing. People
And we were sitting. And we were sitting and some people were lying down, yes?
Yes,
But the
yes.
energy was there because you know what? It's authentic.
Yes.
If it's authentic, they say from the heart, people feel the emotion.
Yes.
If it's from the head and rehearsed and the hand movements are perfect, then people just goes to the head. Doesn't energize anyone.
I fully agree with you. So thank you so much for saying yes. And please share who you are, what are you doing? And yeah, what was this pivotal moment in your life that changed everything?
I think, well, thank you so much for an amazing introduction. Try to live up to it. I think I have this zest for life, right? Because I've seen it being taken away from my loved ones, and almost twice out of 3 times I lost my life. So every minute is a bonus. So how can I not be happy?
Yeah.
If you're living every minute is a bonus, you can only live in gratitude. And if you stand still, this universe of ours is expanding at the speed of light. If we're not growing, we're going backwards, we're dying. So I don't want to die yet. That day's going to come and I want to look back and go, what an amazing life. I did it all. I did some naughty things, but it didn't harm anyone. I enjoyed some of it. I didn't enjoy it. So what? I got up and helped people. Some people stole from me. Some people lied to me. Some people cheated on me. But you know what? I gave everything I had. So I like to think that I live with an open heart, knowing that sometimes it's going to get hurt. Okay, but I'm not going to live with a closed heart. And I think most people live with a closed heart.
Yeah.
Most people live in fear of being hurt, fear of something could go wrong, fear of war, fear of this. And what's the point of living, What's the point of living if you're just breathing?
Yeah, I fully agree with you because, like, when people live in this scarcity mode, in fear, in this chasing, the vibrations, the energy that they give into the external world, they attract the same. But when you give in this when you live in this appreciation, gratitude, you attract so many things into your life.
100%.
So much abundance, so much wealth, but the most important, people, the connection that you make, the connection
Yes.
that you create in business, in life, it's really, it's
The thing
available
is-
for you, right?
The thing is, as an optimist, as somebody who lives in abundance, you have to be very careful
Yeah.
who you bring in. It's not the other way around, because as somebody who sees abundance, you see the good in everyone. And I say to people, if you see a mass murderer, right, probably you think, oh, he used to be a child once. Yeah, and you see the good side of it. But actually, he's a mass murderer, right? He's a bad human being, right? So it's not your job to see him as a child and try to change
To
them.
change, yeah.
Okay? You have to realize that in this life that you have, who are you going to spend it with? Are they going to enhance your life, or they're going to drain you?
Yes, I fully agree with you. And you have this possibility to choose it, right?
But you have to be aware. The fact is, especially as a woman, you got this intuition.
And
Okay?
Yes. Like, why people think that only women have the intuition?
Men have it, but you're more attached. Men have more ego. So what happens, even if you have an intuition and the ego says opposite, they go the ego way.
Yeah, I agree with you. But at the same time, there is a possibility to
Change.
tap into your
Absolutely.
feminine side and connect to the
Absolutely.
intuition. So you can bring a lot of creativity, compassion, love. You can have this intuition and you can speak to your higher
Well,
self. It's
I-
all available.
Do you know that the best artists, best designers are gay men? No,
Not
seriously.
only gay.
Well, you don't have to be gay, but they are happen to be because they're very attached to the female side, right? But as alpha males or as gladiators we go, being vulnerable is actually a strength. And if you're in the market looking for women, women actually find it a very attractive tool, an attractive side of a man that shows vulnerability without being weak.
Yes. Because I feel for me, vulnerability, it's like, it's a courage. It's a courage for the man to show up his emotions and like his compassion and love.
Face
His
their strengths and
authenticity.
weakness. Correct.
It's authenticity.
Yes,
You
yes.
take your mask, okay, I'm a man, I should look in a certain way, but you remove this mask and you're authentic. You're true, like you're real. And it's, for me, this is the best when men...
Sad, isn't it?
Yes.
Sad is because the suicide rate is so high in men,
Yeah.
because they just, society gets them to think within and don't share it. Yes,
And
so sad.
What helped you on your journey to go out of this, like, comfort zone of this box that society built for you and become this authentic person that is so aligned? Like yesterday when you were sharing the story about your values, I could feel like, this power inside. I know my values and I will keep it, and I will only interact with the people that have the same values. So there was so much power in your words. But how you came up with all
I
these
think
things?
when life, they say, God, why didn't you tell me? Well, there was a sign. Yes, I've had a few signs, right? So there was like lightning ball on my head. Yes, and that was a sign saying, just hold, put it on pause. Do you really have an authentic life? Are you really rich in happiness? But maybe rich in money, but not really happy. So I had a heart attack. And during that time, sitting in this hospital bed, I started thinking deeper than I'd normally done. Because when you're busy,
Yeah.
you're busy being busy. You don't think deep, right? So I wrote down my values and I thought, if I continue, I will end up dead. If I change, I could potentially live a great life, a life of abundance. And it's been hard. There have been times when I came to Dubai with very little money, when people came in with a lot of money on the table, but they weren't valued, high-valued human beings. I had to walk away. When most people don't, they will take the money. And no, I just thought, you know what? I want to sleep at night. For good or bad, I want to live an authentic life where I'm true to what I say, what my actions resonate with my words. And many people don't, unfortunately.
Yes.
And that's why they lose sleep at night, they have bad reputation, they're always struggling with business because they're not coherent. So I think to be powerful, your actions need to match your words. Your words need to match your action.
Yes, I fully agree. And if we are talking about the success, what is your definition of success? And like, I know that you are from Iran, right? You came to Dubai, and it's very competitive environment here. So how you can be still successful, but at the same time have such an open heart? How it's possible?
I think, first of all, I don't label anything. So I don't go, it's a bit obvious. If I was going to find spirituality, I wouldn't come to Dubai. Right? I'll go to India, I'll go to Bali and stuff like this, and I'll sit on a mountain and hug people all day. But and I would love to do that. Give out so much love, but doesn't pay the bills, right? Doesn't put your son to school and stuff like that. So we need to have a commercial side of things. So I don't generalize. I don't go, everybody in Dubai is like this. However, at the same time, people come to Dubai for money. You know, there's abundance of energy and wealth here. So don't tell me everybody who's chasing the money is a bad person. Yesterday we had 30 beautiful human beings in Dubai. So I don't generalize. Try not to. And I'm always looking for the diamonds in the rough. Yes, I'm always looking, but I don't fill my life with anyone unless I'm 100% sure they're going to add value.
Yeah.
So I like my space. So to answer your question about what's success, is that you look in the mirror and you go, I've done a good day's work. And I'm going to go to sleep without worrying. You're successful. Because the happiest people in the world are in Bangladesh and Thailand and Burma, because they don't know what it's like to have first-class flights and limousines and Ferraris. They're just happy, right? They're just happy. They're content. Now, we've been exposed to Gucci, Chanel, this, and why not? If it's there, why should he or she have a Chanel bag and not you, right? If you've been exposed to it. Now, if you're in Bangladesh, you don't know what the hell Chanel is. That's fine. You're still happy.
Yes.
Yes, but I don't want to be in a, in a society where my peer group is driving Lamborghinis, and then I say, well, I don't deserve it. Why not? Because I think as good as anybody else. I can copy, I can learn, I can put effort, I can grow. And I deserve Rolls Royces, Ferraris, Lamborghinis. I deserve everything.
I love this approach. I love this approach.
As long as I work for it.
Yeah.
Not sit on my couch with a remote control eating chips and saying I deserve a six-pack. Right? Because the universe tells you don't deserve nothing because you're sitting on your ass watching TV all day and eating greasy chips.
Yes.
Right? So you have to put effort.
And I know that you are using some manifestations, right? Yes, tell me more about it. Because I think this is, again, this approach, this tool help you to be connected to this quantum field of possibilities and have all this wealth and abundance that you're talking about, all these Gucci's, like universe is giving this to you. So how you came there?
Do you know, we are very similar, very similar. I think just in our lives, maybe I'm a few years ahead of you.
Yeah.
I just had a earlier start, okay? So what you were saying yesterday was really, really good. At the same time, some people can misunderstand it, or they tell themselves a story. So I'll go back a little bit to yesterday. And you were saying, manifest it, and the energy and the universe will bring it to you. Okay? At the same time, you're the one who booked the tickets to come to Dubai. Does that make sense? You could have manifested in Bali, not approached me, not made a calls to get a room busy in a hotel you've never been to before. People paid to come and be in your presence. So you took action and you took risks, certain amount of risk, right? And you paid for other speakers to come. You took the risk. You committed to investing, okay?
I'm investing in myself because
in yourself and giving in your business, in your vision, okay? So most people, if you recall yesterday, I was talking, several people argued with me that I said most people who are in the giving business don't make money. And when I dug deep, they had other sources of income.
Yeah. To cover their bills.
To cover it. And then when you dug deeper, the other sources of income were really bad. Because afterwards, they all came to me and said, I'm actually really poor.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So in front of others, they will pretend they had, because what happens is, that where I'm going with this, it's not about them. It's about the fact that sometimes we lie to ourselves to make us feel good in front of others. Okay, and that's really sad. That we can't just be honest. We can't just be honest. Yes, and that's the strength, right? Without fear of what are they going to think about me? What are they going to say? You know, you give somebody a microphone, they're on the microphone for an hour because they're seeking significance and love and appreciation.
Attention.
Just get your point across. Be happy. You don't have nothing to prove. Nothing to prove.
Yes, it's like yesterday it was powerful conversation, and I really like your approach of win-win. I mean, if you win, I win. How, like, again, with all your success, with all your background, with staying and living in Dubai, working with like businessmen, millionaires, billionaires, etc., how you change this ego approach. And I feel this is like quite heart-centered approach. Like, if you win, I win. How you came to this and how you are still keeping this approach.
Well, if it's all about me winning, okay, it's not going to last long.
Yeah.
It's all about me winning. I'm always going to be hunting for new customers, okay? And to hunt for new relationships takes a lot out of you. I just don't have the same energy that I did 40 years ago. So I'd rather look after the people that I know now and make sure they do well out of our relationship and keep them. However, you need a lot of confidence to do what you do. Now, here's the thing, okay? I can charge $10,000 a month for a few hours of my time from a client. No problem. Elon Musk charges the US government hundreds of billions of dollars. I don't have that confidence. So it's like when you buy a boat. I bought a boat in Thailand, and at the moment I got out, my next door neighbor had a bigger boat, right? And then when I saw his boat, the next door neighbor to his had a bigger boat. So really, when is your boat big enough? Are you with me? You say, oh, now you're successful. Comparing to who?
Compared to who, yeah.
Right? I don't think I'm successful. I'm work in progress, okay? And I think success is when I got generational wealth, that I can go wherever I want to go with whoever I want to do for as long as I want to, without having to explain anything to anyone.
Yeah.
And the truth is that right now, thank God for my discipline in investing, I can actually go on holiday and I earn more money when I'm away.
Because you're relaxing in the universe.
Because I'm not spending, right? Because when I'm in Dubai, I'm spending, right? So it is possible. I'm the walking, talking person who has achieved most people's goals by being disciplined. But then I'm no one, really. No one. Comparing to the Elon Musks and Jeff Bezos out there, I'm no one.
But why it's important to compare with other people? Like, really?
But you said you've made it, but I don't think I've made it. I'm not comparing myself. So let's say in the spiritual world, I'm nothing like Mother Teresa. Let's say in the loving world and giving peace and love, I'm nothing like Nelson Mandela. These are what happens. They're the North Stars of different things. There's somebody that you guide you. I don't have a peer group, but my peer group are those people that I don't know, but I can research and find out. Okay, so there's not one single person that I think that I want to be like, because that person has areas in their lives that I don't appreciate. My friend Elon Musk is so business driven that if something goes wrong, he won't think twice about sacking 2,000 people. It does bother me.
Yeah.
Because that could affect 10,000 people's lives, right? So I'm more heart-centered than others. So I think it's always good to have people you aspire to in different fields, but never makes you feel inadequate.
But again, like you were talking about Mother Teresa, etc., and she has her own disciples, right? I mean, her disciples they don't know anything about business. They don't know anything about sales. So they are following her. but you have your own disciples. I mean, you have a gift. We like followers, disciples, like people that want to work with you, people that want to follow you, because you have your own unique gift. Like, we don't need to compare with other people because they are different. They have their own gift, and they are bringing their own gift, unique gift. You have a different gift, right? And you are bringing it into the world. You are sharing it, and you are sharing it from your heart.
Yes.
So why to compare?
Okay, I'll explain.
Yeah.
Because when you're on your path, and inside you know you're on the right path.
You feel it.
Yes.
You
We
feel
talk about authenticity, and you know that you wake up in the morning, you really want to serve humanity. Right? You don't think, I'm going to take advantage of someone for me to do well. So you know, look in the mirror, that you're a good human being, outstanding human being. At the same time, in the business world, actually in love, in family, people test you. Right? And there are moments, if you're alone, you don't have a right peer group, that you're going to question yourself. Okay? So when I question myself, and I always look in the mirror first before I point the finger at anyone. It's part of our lifestyle, isn't it? Right?
Yes.
Beat ourselves up first, and then before anybody else. So I always think, what if this industry leader was in this position? What would they do? Okay, and the answers are there. So if it was marketing, I'll say, if Richard Branson was here, what would he do? If it was a business decision, what would Jeff Bezos do? If it was give love back, kill him with kindness, yes, what would that person? If it was entertainment, what would Frank Sinatra do? If it was ego, what would Elvis do? You know, so that you have different, the answers are there, but we just don't ask the gurus in those areas to assist you. So does that answer your question?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm always reaching out for help, but not necessarily people I know.
Yes, and tell me more about Gladiator Summit, because, like, again, I also feel that this is one of the mission that you are bringing this event to Dubai to bring more empowerment, inspiring people, like more consciousness, awareness, and you are bringing like amazing speakers, like world-class speakers. So what is the mission of this event? Why are you doing it? And why did you have this, how this idea came to your...
It's so funny because I didn't have a mission. I didn't have a vision. I didn't. It was just life's miracles and coincidences. And I still don't know what the hell's going on. Okay. So what happened was, I was doing, every 2 months, I was doing 100 people paying $2,000, $3,000 each to teach them how to do sales and marketing. But it was very tiring. And also in Dubai, I didn't have, my own fault, I didn't have personnel who could sell personal training for $3,000. So often I was the one selling the tickets.
Wow.
And then I'm the professor that's teaching how to grow your business, and I'm the one selling the tickets, right? And I'm the one processing the payments. And
I'm doing the same.
do you see what I'm saying? So I'm like, exactly. So what kind of a professor? You don't go to a brain surgeon and he runs behind the counter and writes your prescription. Yes, and then goes to the till and takes your money. So and it's tiring. It's exhausting.
It's exhausting.
That's why you and I need to speak. Right? So I thought, then I just stopped it. I had no vision, no mission. I thought I'm going to go on holiday. For about a year, I just did nothing but traveling. Okay, and then people started messaging me saying, when is your next event? I was like, hang on a second, there's people interested. Okay, so I had a meeting with my son and my wife, Angela and Ali, and I said, maybe the problem was the ticket price. It was too expensive.
Too expensive.
What if I reduce it, not to cheap, something affordable by the masses, and we'll put it out there. And I'm not going to cut down on the food. I'm not going to cut down on the quality. I'm not going to do a sales pitch, come in and I'll start to sell you things on the day. I'm going to be authentically loving everyone.
You give the value, right?
Give value, love, just love. Love is the value. And anything else is a bonus. Because ultimately everybody wants love, right? Ultimately.
Sure.
Whether it's cars, whether it's sex, whether it's attention, whatever it is, if you come to the end of it, it's that connection and love. Okay? So I was like, I'm going to create an environment where I'm just going to give love. So I phoned around and suddenly 10 speakers said, I'll speak, we'd love to. And they weren't world-renowned speakers, but they all had a beautiful story to tell. And then I got this MC that I took a risk on called Munir. And he'd done small events before, but I love the human being he is. I said, Munir, you know what? I've got this idea about this event. And he said, why don't we add some energy? Because I like jumping up and down. I swear. I was thinking of people sitting there taking notes, like when they come to my thing. And he goes, then he planted the seed. I thought, what if I actually create an edutainment event where people are creating motion creates emotion and love and this and passion and educate at the same, they'd retain it more. So we did this event and we sold out in 4 weeks. And it was incredible. I sat down with the team and I said, our worst nightmare is we do this and nobody shows up.
Yeah.
Like, that's embarrassing. So we sold 550 tickets in 4 or 5 weeks. And then we had people shouting and screaming, said we want more. And there was a waiting list. So we squeezed another 50 in, but we could have sold another 1,000.
Wow.
So at the end, of course, we could be not a perfectionist is the lowest standard, but wanting the highest standards as I can, I noticed a few things weren't right. Nobody in the audience noticed.
Yeah, sure.
Everybody thought we were professional event organizers. Nobody knew it was our first, right? And event organizer was coming to us and says, who's your event organizer? I want to be your next one. I'm like, me, right? So me and my team, zero experience. So I got excited and I thought, you know what? I'm all about growth. So I'm going to just literally, very next week, I drove to the World Trade Center and I popped in 5 times the amount of money for this event.
Yeah.
And we sold out. We're going to sell out. We've already sold over 1,000 tickets. With 6 weeks to go, we're selling another 1,500 tickets. And now, because our name has grown, people all over the world are approaching me to speak.
Yeah.
I'm not asking anyone, and I'm picking and choosing. Again, my experience is I had so many people who I find that I love and they love me, and I gave them a window of opportunity to speak on my stage. Then I realized if I really want to serve my people, the audience that are coming, I need to raise the bar, have better speakers. Mm-hmm. Just put the intentions out there, and I've got literally world-renowned speakers coming, flying all over the world. So I made the event 2 days, at no extra cost. Extra cost to me,
Wow.
but not because I gave a promise that I'd deliver value. So instead of having 10 people, now I've got 24 speakers. 2-day event.
Wow. And the same price.
Same price.
Wow.
Cost me twice as much, but same price to the audience.
Okay, but how we were talking about profitability and not to do the things for free. So if it costs you twice more, why you are still doing it?
Well, I'm going to earn more money. So I've gone to a sponsor.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I
So
said
you
to
are
the
finding another way.
just like this.
How to?
Just like this. I thought, you know what? I've got such a huge space. I'm going to have 10 or 15 stalls. It's enough. So I sell a stall for $15,000 each.
Mm-hmm.
Sold out.
Mm-hmm.
I go to a sponsor, $100,000 paid on the spot.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for this idea. I think it's for me a great advice how I can bring the value and like a lot of value, but at the same time keep prices cheap and like giving the opportunity affordable.
Never
and,
cheap.
Okay, and given the opportunity for other brands to like this is the space platform
Brands
where
that
they
are
can
qualified and tested by you,
Yeah.
because that trust is really important.
Yeah.
So, for instance, I have a trading company.
Mm-hmm.
Crypto trading company coming, okay? But I had to really check them out, and for a year I invested in them to make sure they could deliver what they promised. Because if you're going to come to me and you're going to put your hard-earned money into that investment, it's going to look bad on me if they're going to run away with your money, right?
Sure.
So I qualify everybody out before I even get associated with them.
How did you choose the speakers for this event? What is the secret? I mean, whom you are inviting for your event?
Great question.
Yeah.
Great question, because you asked me this yesterday. Okay. I'm not going to name names.
No, it's not about the names.
Yeah,
it's about what is.
Yeah, because in my head they're names, right?
Quality.
Because I associate.
Quality.
No, there are people who are incredible brands,
Yeah.
but they're not authentic.
Mm-hmm.
Who are going to be on my stage.
Yeah. Why? Like.
Because they will draw people,
Yeah.
and people will listen to that for that hour and learn something.
Yeah. Okay.
Would I have them in my inner circle? No.
No.
Okay, but would I do business with them?
No.
No. They're coming in that window of time. They're going to contribute, educate, and leave.
But is it aligned with your values?
What they teach, because what happens, I have a flow of speakers.
Yeah.
It's not all about money, it's all about business.
Yeah.
It's all about raising money. It's all about spirituality, manifestation, raising money, earning money, profitability. They all have a story to share.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens is they come to me and they say, I have a keynote. I have a keynote that I do everywhere around the world. I said, no, you're not going to do that. You're going to share your story.
Mm-hmm.
And that's authentic. That's real.
That's
So they will probably, after that hour, fall back to what they've always done before. But that window of time, they are going to connect.
so like you are asking them to share their story, not to tell something like.
Yesterday, we had a speaker who kept saying, I'm going to teach you.
Mhm.
I don't like those words. Because I like someone to say, I'm going to share with you.
Yeah, sure.
Right? I'm going to share with you. And you can, who are you to teach me anything? That's the first thing people say. Right? You have to qualify yourself. Right? Just because I put you on stage doesn't, half the public think just because he's there, he must be amazing. And some speakers last time took advantage of that. Okay? They took advantage of me, and I realized that was my self-worth. Okay? If you're going to be on my stage, you better qualify. So there's a checklist. I had some, again, I didn't see this. I had some volunteers who were absolutely amazing volunteers,
Mm-hmm.
but they were there for an alternative reason, to get connected with my speakers.
Yeah.
So now I have an agreement with all the volunteers that they can't approach the speakers about business or anything like this.
So they were coming, approaching the speakers and telling about their what they are doing, etc.
Yeah. And then afterwards, because these speakers from all over the world saying, let's go for sound healing, let's go for this, let me pitch you my business.
Yeah, but from another side, these people would never get. They got the opportunity to touch these people. Like
They come to me and say, I want to have an opportunity to touch these people.
Yeah.
And I will decide whether it's good for or not, because it's my platform, my cost, my time, my reputation.
Yeah.
Okay? And at the same time, when these people who've been approved by me approach the speakers are vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to go into our battle knowing what the rules are.
Yeah, boundaries.
Correct. Don't stealth me, and I want everybody to do well. Yeah.
But in an authentic way.
In an
right?
honest,
without
truthful,
chase.
yes.
Yeah. I
Don't
understand what
surprise
you
me.
mean.
I don't want surprises.
Yeah.
You were fantastic that day, but I didn't realize you went on a date with a married man, speaker for 3 nights. Are you with me? Because some of the speakers want to play away. Yes? But don't come to me as an authentic lady who wants to do this. Don't do that. Yes?
Yeah.
It's up to you guys what you do, but don't use my platform as a connection.
Yes, I see the point, and I see the authentic approach, and yeah, I understand what you mean.
And then this guy goes on about his wife every day on social media. What an amazing happy marriage they've got. He's phoned me, he'll never speak on my stage again.
Thank you for sharing it. It's like very powerful.
Yeah.
And
Because what happens is, and I know that it's easy to take advantage of vulnerable people.
yeah,
Okay? So, do we have fun? Do we flirt a little? Yes, but that's as far as it goes, right? But you don't take advantage, you don't create a safe space and abuse that space.
yes, thank you.
Because that trust is gone forever.
Yeah, I fully agree with you, and this is the boundaries, and this is the space that you are responsible for, and you want people to feel safe.
Yes.
And this is this is one of the values when I create the events. For me, it's very important people feel safe.
Yes.
Right? Because they want this. Again, we are talking about love, and if we are talking about love, how we can abuse people.
And also in that forum, people share things
Yeah.
that they don't normally. So that does not mean that you have to be a shark, or it's a hook for you to take advantage of that moment. Yes, but I'm not saying men take advantage of women. But I think a relationship both win. It's not like women don't want sex and it's men who's going to take advantage of women. No, it's not like everybody's equal, right?
Yeah.
But just go with the authenticity and honesty and be upfront. But don't create a safe environment where somebody opens and you take advantage of them. And that's just like life. Don't come here promising me this and that, but you have an alternative motive.
And people can feel it in reality. People that feel the energy, and when they like, you can feel the vibrations, you can feel the energy,
feel
you
it,
can
but
feel that when it
they
comes
do.
from the heart.
They do, but sometimes we choose not to see it.
Mm-hmm.
So let's somebody gets into a relationship, okay? All the signs are there that that person's not right for you. They're there. But at that moment, you need that, whatever it is they're offering you.
For your growth, right?
Whatever. Actually, growth comes through pain, right? So, absolutely. So, you can never say the signs weren't there. You just chose not to see them. You chose not to give them attention, right?
Why-
You focus on the other points.
Yeah. Why growth? Like, why do you see that growth can come only through pain?
Because that's the time you reflect.
But if, like, again, I think it's all about ego, and when you are in your heart, when you're connected to your heart, like, it's more about compassion and love. So every experience, you understand that this is for a reason. You see the gratitude, you feel the gratitude for every experience, because you know that, like, in reality, you attract these people, right? You made this agreement with another soul that the soul will come to your life in a certain divine time to help you to grow,
Yes.
right? And to remind who you really are.
Yes.
So why it should be only painful? It can be.
Because
It's like, again, this is
Because
ego. For
most
ego, it's
people-
painful,
it's an ego, but most people aren't thinkers,
unconscious, and not aware, right?
not aware.
Yeah.
So they just go through this process.
Yeah.
The thinkers, like you and I, look at that process and go, that change came when there was a moment of pain.
Yeah.
Because that's the time you reflect and you
Feel
you
the
hurt
trigger.
and feel it.
Yeah.
Right? Otherwise, all the boxes are ticked. I'm just going about my own way and I'm not aware of buildings collapsing, people being shot, or I'm just going about my own way. I'm just blinkered, yes? And something happens and you think, hang on, things weren't like I thought they were. Because you just chose not to see them, you were blinkered.
Yeah, for me, like, I see even situation that happened with Joe, in the moment, it was painful, in the moment. But then, like, I've told him yesterday, thank you for saying this, because I reflect and I saw my self-worth, that I was allowing you to do it. Like, and I don't want to have it in my life.
Let's
And
not
this
mention
is
names. That
Yeah.
which part? Where the role play?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, this is what I think.
Yeah.
Okay. The content was good,
Yeah.
really good. I used it this morning in a difficult conversation, right? So my emotional bank account for this person is huge, because he helped me deal with a difficult conversation. The fact that in the role play he tripped, so what? He's a human being.
Yeah.
But what is sad, again, my experience says that he didn't sleep well last night. He was bothering him, right? And that's self-worth, and it goes back to his childhood, right? Whereby he doesn't look at the greater picture that he gave so much value. He focused on that one thing that went wrong.
One mistake, right?
And it was it wasn't even a mistake, for goodness sakes.
Yeah.
You're a human being. You know, perfection is never going to happen. Otherwise, you'd be miserable trying to perfect everything. So I sent this person a message saying, celebrate the human being you are, and you should never send that message. Never send that message. We've got nothing not to apologize about. So it's not about us, it's about him. It's about him focusing on the cracks on the pavement and not the pavement itself.
Yeah, it's like, it's really.
I quite like that one, actually. I created that one myself. Can you please note that, please?
Yeah, like, I love that you brought awareness to the thing that people are focused. Like, there was so much value, but people still see this one mistake and they become so upset. A lot of emotions.
But did
come.
they, though?
Huh?
Did people see that mistake?
He saw it, right?
He
But
chose to see it.
Yes,
He
but
chose to magnify it.
yeah.
But
And I
You're
can
a
tell you
machine.
again, and
Yeah.
again, me in that moment, I felt that pain, but then it created amazing container for me to talk with another person, and that person is like, wow, we love you so much. I don't know you. I came to your events through ChatGPT, but what you are giving, what you are creating, what you are doing, the people that you brought, there is so much value. Why you don't see it? So it was the moment for me to reflect. Yes, I did so much, but like one thing can change, like the focus on that mistake brought me to the space of emotion and feeling this pain instead of focusing on the value.
Why did you feel that? Why?
Again, it's about triggers and it's about some unworthiness, not feeling worthy or like
because of that
perfectionist.
little mistake you made.
No, I like how to say. He was talking to me about me, right? And I felt that I did something wrong. And I was like
By highlighting the
yes,
question.
and he highlighted in front of people. But I mean, like, I focused on that, and another person reminded me that I'm doing so much. So I had this amazing experience where I can reflect and see that yes, I did a mistake. So what? But I'm doing so many other. I'm giving so much value. And
May I?
sure.
I didn't realize there was so much fragileness
Yeah.
with you and Joe. This person. We'll edit that out. Because if you constantly walking on eggshells, you can't have a quality of life. Right? Because as a human being, you got to say something, but your intentions are good. Just write it.
Yeah.
Just write it. And you didn't. Right? And we need to have a session. Because you gave so much value, so much love. The only people who magnified nothingness was you and him.
Yeah.
Nobody else did. Yeah, nobody else did.
Yeah.
You felt guilty
Yeah.
for highlighting something that made him feel bad, but he shouldn't have made him feel bad anyway, because he gave his heart and all.
Yeah, but this is amazing, like, opportunity for us to see that, like, we are bringing so much value, and still sometimes we focus on the mistakes that we make instead of focusing.
But no mistakes.
Yes, I agree with you, and thank
Oh
you
my
for
God, it's
thank you for
so
acknowledging it.
It's so nothingness. This, do you know why I'm acknowledging
Yeah.
that you're always going to find something to be unhappy about?
Perfectionism. And this
Which
is
is
the
the
time
worst
to,
standard.
yes, and this is like if we are talking about wealth and abundance and all these things, I feel that I need to like release it and remove it.
I could never work with you. Because you know why? Because I'm a human being and I'm going to trip. I don't want to be shitting myself all the time.
Yeah.
That I've got to give perfection, otherwise you're going to lose sleep at night. I want you to, if we work together, have value, but understand I'm a human being and I'll say something I shouldn't, but my heart's in the right place.
Yeah.
So what?
We are learning, we are evolving, we are growing.
Yeah, stop beating yourself
Yeah.
up.
No, I'm not beaten and like
Or hurting or being upset.
yes, and for me, as we talked with you before, that this is the time to reflect and see that in reality I'm a conscious human being. I'm quite aware person, but at the same time, somewhere in my subconscious mind, there are some things that come to the surface, like there are still some triggers. And this is the time for me, opportunity for me to see this trigger and like, okay, I see it now. This is the time to remove it. I don't need it anymore. And by doing this, I can attract more abundance. I can attract more quality people. I can feel like the way how I feel is different now. But without this situation, I wouldn't see it. And still it would be this energy that would attract this kind of experiences. Right?
Last summit, thank you.
Yeah. So
Last summit, I had 3 complaints.
yeah.
2 of them were about the chocolate croissants.
It's crazy.
I swear.
Oh my God.
And the lady sent me a 3-page complaint letter, and I'm reading it, and I was like, what is this complaint? Because it was about, I'm 60 years old, I'm a single mom, I don't have the money, my son's this. It was all about her,
Yeah.
right? And at the end she goes, and the reason I'm writing this because there wasn't enough chocolate in the chocolate croissants.
Oh my
Okay?
God.
Then I could have gone, but I actually heard, because I'm giving, I didn't sell anything, I lost money. People couldn't understand why I'm just giving and not selling anything, right? So, wow, he really wants to love us, right? Because I'm not trying to gain anything or sell courses and everything else. So even then people found fault. Then I looked at the email and I thought, you know what? It's not about me. It's about her.
Yeah.
So my response was, I'm so sorry you didn't find enough chocolate in the chocolate croissants. I hope and pray that next year you can afford a higher grade ticket because they got a 3-course meal.
Wow. But again, this is the opportunity for you to reflect and see how you can improve the things, right?
Not really. I just don't do food anymore.
Okay. But it's also, wait,
Because, no,
this is
here's
the
thing.
decision,
No,
right?
No. Because you can never please everybody all of the time.
Yes.
It wasn't about me. It wasn't about me improving. It was about her, right? I can walk yesterday into your room, and thank God there were 2 other bald men there. But I could be the only bald person, and there were 3 other bald. I could walk in and somebody would say, he's bald Iranian, I don't like him. Before I could even say anything.
Wow.
Because maybe they have a bad experience from somebody.
Yeah.
It's not about me. You cannot go to a party and not enjoy yourself because you know one person in there doesn't like you. It's not about you. Yeah. I used to be that person. I forget the 99 who love me. I want to know why that person doesn't like me. Yeah. Yes? It's not about you.
Yes, and again, you have this self-worth and confidence, right? And you build it.
I think with age comes not giving a shit.
Yeah.
Really not giving a shit.
I think I need to learn it now.
Yeah.
Why should I wait to feel some point of my life when the age come and I will learn it? I want to learn it.
Do you know what
now.
you should do?
Yeah.
You should think, what would Dariush do now? And the answer is there. What would Dariush say right now?
I don't give a shit. Yeah.
Yeah. I do give a shit on things that matter.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about your opinion because it's based on your past experiences. Nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
No, you stood there last 2 days. You smiled, you danced, you motivated, but nobody saw the risk, the heartache, the financial and time commitment, and away from your family to be here to inspire individuals.
Yeah.
So why are you going to worry about somebody tripped over a sentence? Think about it. Because this is what you've always done.
Yeah.
And it's got to stop.
I am ready. I'm ready.
It's got to stop.
Yes.
And that other person too.
Yeah. I told you, this is amazing opportunity for me to learn, and I own it, and I'm grateful. This is like sometimes even in the relationship when some situation happen, I can cry, but then I come and like, thank you. And people like, what? You were just crying. You were. I thought that I did something wrong or hurt you, and you are saying thank you to me. What are these? So for me, it's like, even though I feel pain, but for me this is the pain of I'm growing, I'm expanding. Like, like a small seed coming to the surface, I think, to see the light. So for me, it's not
you're a
about
higher
the
being.
pain.
I'm not just saying to kiss your ass. Honestly, I'm not. You're a higher being. At the same time, you're opening yourself to being hurt a lot more, because what happens is, if we're talking relationships now, be it work relationship, right? You know this person doesn't share your vision. You know a person is not hardworking. You know this person is not as honest and authentic as you are. And this person every single month wants a salary. You will find it very difficult to fire them. Right? But you don't know that if you part with them, they'll be happier. Because obviously they're not happy. They're not giving you your best. Right? They're in an awkward situation. And also you can help a lot more people by having somebody different come into your organization. But because we're always seeing the best people and always blaming ourselves, we'll keep the cancer.
Yeah. Thank you. It's also like I am getting so many advices, like just insights. Just
I'll send you the bill.
Just okay.
The bill's on its way.
Just through this conversation. Thank you so much. It's like there is so much wisdom that comes through this conversation, and I really
I'm
appreciate
honored. Thank you. I wouldn't be saying it if I didn't feel that you were gonna had an effect.
Yeah, for sure. It's again, it's about creating the impact, right?
You're
Even
amazing.
Just thank you. I have a question. What was the best advice that you've ever received in your life, And what would be your advice to do?
I don't think my advice to others is
Yeah.
don't listen to the noise,
Yes.
right? But the best advice I got was, I think, from my grandfather.
Mm-hmm.
And we used to live in Iran, and we used to sleep on the roof. The roofs are flat.
Mm-hmm.
So we used to sleep looking at the stars, and we used to chat to my granddad. And he said to me, and it's in the Bible, the Quran and all this, but he told me, he said, on your right shoulder you have an angel,
Mm-hmm.
and on your left shoulder you have an angel. This one's a good one,
Mm-hmm.
this one's a bad one.
Mm-hmm.
And they're both talking to you.
Mm-hmm.
Your decision is based on which angel you listen to.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know that was the basis of an internal dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of enhanced it, but it's in religion that you have the shoulders.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And that to me was the best one, because he gave me the power of a decision. So how I feel, what I act, everything is my choice, right?
Yeah.
Things don't happen to me. I make things happen.
You're creator of your reality, right?
Yeah.
You make a choice.
So I think that's the best advice I was given.
Yeah. And tell me more about the advice that you want to give, that don't listen to this noise. Why it's important?
Because you wake up in the morning,
Yeah.
the small talk is about, how was your weekend? Do you drink too much? Do you this restaurant? Do you hear about the war here? Do you this? Before you know it, you want to kill yourself, right? You wake up in the morning, you have a vision, a mission, and you suddenly think, what is my vision when the world's ending? Yes? Why am I even trying to go forward and help people? We're all going to be dead in a week. Yes? Too many people. And it's disappointing, because I would have thought from the 1930s, a little bit now, 90 years later, we'll be a little bit more educated as human beings and not be manipulated by the press. Somewhere along the way, the system wants you to stop thinking. Gladiator events were created to stop the Roman people thinking and revolting. Football, sports, really, end of the day, who gives a shit if Real Madrid beat Liverpool? Right? It's not a big deal. But there's masses, millions of people, it's become religion to football. Because when you are distracted, with the noise, you don't think of things that really matter. So I just say, keep your eye on the ball, on your North Star. Celebrate every...
I have a goosebumps.
Yeah, celebrate every small win. Align yourself all the time and see noise for what it is. I did a stock market training. Stock market is graphs, and the noise is always after what happens. So the experts always talk about it after it's happened. Okay?
Yeah.
And people investing go, I wish I was like that expert, but hang on a second. They're only talking about it after it happened. They all become experts after the evidence, right? The trick is to actually invest at the right time before it happens. Okay? Stop getting emotionally attached to the noise. Look at the charts. Learn that, because it's a system. And get familiar with the system.
Yeah.
Put your ego aside. Stop listening to other people who call themselves experts and got no qualifications.
But I think again, it comes from fear, right? The stocks, they come from fear.
Yes.
Even with this event in Dubai, I've had this idea, okay, should I cancel? I don't have enough people, should I cancel? But then I was waking up in the morning and I put...
Do you know the worst thing you're doing? You're not coming to my event.
I will check my dates.
Cancel it. Change it.
Okay, let me check.
Do you know,
Because
you don't see what great things you and I can do.
Yeah.
But you can only see it if you turn up and feel it, right?
Yeah. Okay, because in reality, I will go to Philippines and it will be TEDx talk and it will be my first talk. And I'm so excited because I know that for me it's a great
Can there
opportunity.
be another one?
Huh?
Can there be another one?
Okay, I hear you. Okay, Dubai. This is the situation that I came here because I got the download that I need to be in Dubai. Without any logical explanation, I was just trusting my intuition. I need to be here. Even my other people that I've created the event with, we should cancel the event. I told, no, I will come here. I will come here. My inner voice, I ask my inner voice every day, you should be there for a reason. And I don't know the reason yet, but the people that I met, like the messages that I'm getting, even hearing this from you, it's like, this is why I should be here. Like to meet all of you, to have this conversation, to see what is possible for me, because as a human being, I see one potential there, and my ego, my mind want to go there. But now the universe is still sending the sign, okay, there is another possibility, and I'm like, I feel it. I feel it inside, and I feel like my inner voice is like, you should be there. And I'm like, okay, I will check. Let me check what I can do. And thank you for bringing this, because, like, again, it's opening the window of possibilities for me, because before I didn't know that this is possible, right? But
what's
now,
your goal in the next 3 months?
in the next 3 months, oh my God, I have this event. I will have event in Singapore this weekend. Then I have a retreat in Bali. Then
But these are things that are happening. What's your goal?
my goal is to create a community and to do these offline events and online events, and really to spread this consciousness, awareness around the
3
world.
months,
and
how many
reach-
people in a room?
In 3 months, I have like.
You come back to Dubai in 3 months. How many people do you want in a room?
Do you, how, like, you mean to do the event again? This is the situation. I don't want to, the events that I create, I don't need 1,000 people. For me, it's about quality. If I create the event, I want to create safe space. With 1,000 people, it's impossible.
You
If
have me
I,
to my event.
for sure. And when you have 30, 40 people in the room, they have the opportunity to meet as a human being. They feel safe. The connections, the meaningful conversations
Trust me
that they
on
have.
this. You're basing it on your current experience.
Yes, and
right? When you come to my event,
okay,
you will not
I'm
believe,
changing. I'm
you
coming.
will not believe what
Yeah.
we create.
Yes. Okay.
Like, you will not believe it. And then you go,
I
"Why was
based on the experience. I went to my
Correct.
Valley event with
Yes.
1,000 people, and this is from where
I
my
got the same feeling. I
Yeah,
didn't get
yeah,
connected,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I thought, I'm going to do something different that
Yes.
people feel safe.
I'm coming to your event. I will buy a ticket
Now,
today.
here's the thing. Here's the thing,
Yeah.
right? I honor you.
Yeah.
That's why we're here. And I'm not charging you anything for
Yes,
this, right?
it's like
True?
crazy.
True?
True.
Because I
He
honor
doesn't
you.
pay me commission, but it's true.
It's true, right?
Yes.
So there's some value I see
Yeah.
in you as a human being in my life,
Yeah.
right? And I value that. Now, here's the thing. If I was your consultant, okay, and you're a business owner, whatever happens, you're a business owner. You need to pay for, someone needs to pay for your flights, right? And that room yesterday.
Yes.
True? And I know how hard it is to pack a room. I know how
it was a risk for me. It was a big
and
risk.
especially in a new country, nobody
Yeah.
knows you,
Yeah.
okay? And well done to you, you did really well. Now, what if I taught you something that yesterday you would know that next time you'll have 50 people in the room, guaranteed.
Yeah, I will come for sure. I will show
See?
up. Yeah, yeah. Yes,
Just that you don't know,
yes.
right?
Because
I can teach you, or
yeah.
if you were open to teaching, to have a business that you don't have to constantly chase to sell tickets.
Yeah. Because like what you said for the previous mediator, you are doing it, I'm doing it, I'm selling, like I'm attracting the people, even for the retreats events, I'm the one who like attract these people, but I'm doing the actions. And sometimes it's exhausting because like I have 3 events, I have a child, I have a business, and it's so much.
Who's
And I'm
looking after your son, right?
I have my mom is there, and I
that's
have a nanny,
nice.
so
That's
yeah,
nice.
yeah.
So you know he's taken care of.
I know, I feel safe. That's why, like, I was telling to my mom, like, I need to be here. I have a son, I have my business, but my soul is like telling me, I need to be here. That's
Do you
it.
know why? Because you can see your full potential
Yes.
being materialized.
Yeah. Yes. And this is like what I've understood, like yesterday. And
The energy here is amazing.
yes.
Last time we spoke on my event, 2 speakers stayed in Dubai.
Mm-hmm.
They never went back.
I will not, like, believe me, I will
And
live
guess
in Bali.
what?
This is the
Guess
best
what?
place.
They
Yeah.
both went bust and went back
Yeah.
because they didn't realize. They think that the streets are paved with gold. They don't realize you still have to work hard. Just because you have an American passport, you can speak, doesn't mean you're going to come here and make money. You still have to work hard.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as you work hard and you got right frame of mind, you will do incredible well in Dubai.
I'm ready to come and do the events here,
Yeah.
but for me, I found my place Bali. Like, believe me, I visited more than 50 countries. I've traveled last year for 5 months for 10 countries. Like this year, 4 months, 7 countries. This is the place for me. Like the way the Bali itself, the energy, community.
It's amazing there.
It's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
This is the best place. For me, I have a peace there. For me, I feel
Nature.
creative, nature, connected, nourished. And for me, as a feminine, like this is what I need, because for all my life, I wasn't masculine. Like really, if you saw me 4 years ago, before I came to Bali, I was completely different person, because I'm in business for 19 years. 95% in my business, men. And like I've started so early, and it was my life for many years of chasing, achieving, doing. But the way I feel now, the way how I connected to my inner, like to my higher self, the way how nourished I am, how creative I am, came in Bali. So I am ready to come. Like why I'm coming to Dubai, Singapore. I got the idea to go maybe like Hong Kong or Qatar, etc. Because this is the big cities. People have money, yes, but not all of them have this awareness and consciousness, and they are chasing. They are doing, they are hustling. If I can bring a small event that can help them to connect, if I can impact them, this is my mission.
Beautiful.
This is my mission, like to help, like not to help them, to give them this opportunity to see who they really are. Then it is their choice for sure. But this is like to put the seed, and then I know that the seed will grow. I know that when they come to this safe space, when they meet these people, they want more. They want more of this. And they start to, let's say, do the changes in their life to have more, to attract more.
Did every person yesterday paid?
Not every person, no.
The lady with a hat?
She paid.
The lady who'd come from America from university?
America from you, yeah, she paid.
Good.
Yeah.
Full price?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah, so like...
That's good.
Yeah.
That's really good. I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
Because those people have stories and you can easily fall into it, and proud of you.
Yeah, thank you.
Very proud of you.
Thank you so much. And I got yesterday a book. I'm so excited to read this book, but
did you read any yet? No.
I haven't, like, sorry, I was so tired yesterday. I went to the room and I went to sleep. So my question is, what is the message there? Why you've decided to create this book, and what people can find there in that book?
One message is true story of my life, right? I like reading. I like listening to audiobooks, and I've been to many seminars. And I want to leave a legacy for my children, for my sons and daughter and their kids, that one day, if my great-great-great-grandkids are wondering who the hell was that
Gladiator guy.
Where's my family tree? Yes. And someone said, oh, the guy's got 2,500 videos. Go and check him out. Or he's got a book that's like 200 years old. And maybe their lives will be better because of this book.
I'm so excited to read it. And guys, you need to purchase this book. Where people can purchase your book?
Amazon, 12 Principles of a Modern Day Gladiator by Dariush Soudi. I've had already, I got 200 samples. You got one of them.
Yeah, I got.
Printed. And I've had messages, people saying, I couldn't put the book down. And I read it in 2.5 hours.
Wow.
People are saying it's life-changing. Somebody messaged me saying, I'm in meetings, and in between the meeting, I'm reading your book. So it's had a good feedback. I read it, and it's 90% me. 90% me. Sometimes it's, I don't want to come across a victim. I don't want to cross, but it's as close as you can get to the real truth.
Amazing. I'm so excited to read it, and I hope people, after hearing this message, can
Can't
buy
wait
it.
for your feedback.
You will get my feedback for sure.
Please.
And like I can tell you, I'm changing my plans. I'm coming to Gladiator. What are the dates?
16th and 17th of November.
Okay, 16,
in
17, Dubai. Like
World Trade Center.
Yes, amazing. And how many people do you expect?
2,500 people first day, 700 people the second day.
Why it's different number of people?
Because I had a plan that I had a plan that, first of all, the second speakers are not well known.
Yeah.
Okay, and I think to put aside the whole weekend is difficult for most people.
Okay.
And so I broke down the tickets, like general admission, although it's a little bit less.
Yeah.
It's for just for one day.
Mm-hmm.
The VIPs are for 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
So I think most people won't come the second day. So why do I want to have a huge room of 2,500 people where only 600-700 are going to turn up? So I'd rather pack a room of 700 and have a huge room sitting half empty seats.
Yeah. Good idea.
So I'd rather refuse people than have an empty room. Do you know what they think? They couldn't sell tickets. There was not enough interest. They're not that good. So I want always... Have you ever been to a hairdresser where you say you with your son, you go into a shopping mall and you go to a hairdresser and you go, "Hi, do you have anything available?" And the receptionist goes to the back to check to see. And then you look over the counter and the diary is full with loads of names and cross, and you go, "Whoa, I hope they can fit me in."
Yeah. Yes,
Right?
for sure.
Or the same thing, you go, she goes to the back and you look and the diary is empty. What are you thinking?
For
You're
sure.
thinking, they can't be that good.
Yeah. Yes.
Because they're empty
yes.
on a Saturday.
Yes. You
Right?
don't want people to feel like this amazing. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want people to know that there's demand. Create scarcity.
Yeah. Again, it's like about how to not like putting the focus on their pains. This is what you were telling before. But I really hope that one day people will not focus on the pain, but really will inspire people to come to the events because of they will get so much value and love there and connections.
You won't sell tickets. Do you know why?
It's
Because-
you're talking from your experience,
Yeah,
but
my
let's hope
experiences.
universe, please.
Yeah, do you know why? Because when things are going good, you're not looking for answers.
But you're
Most
looking for
people.
people. You're like
No, not me. I'm talking
Okay.
about general
Yeah.
public, right? They're driving along and they're making money and everything's okay, and they've got their weekends planned, the 4 weeks a year holiday plan. Everything's fine, right? Why would I want to go to a motivational event to find love? I mean, most people go, I don't need it. Yes. Now here's the thing: is suddenly. I'm going to give you an example. Tony Robbins, when he started his business, he did infomercials, right? Selling his tapes. So you order his tapes and they'll arrive through the post and then you listen to it. I used to listen to all his tapes. Do you know his adverts were done at 3 a.m? Why was he advertising at 3 a.m? One, is cheapest. Okay, 2, it was losers sitting at home 3 a.m. watching television.
wow.
Right? And he thought, like, F this, right? I need to change my life. And that's how he became such a success.
Wow.
Because he was hitting people who were fed up of their lives, looking for solutions. And at the commercial, it was the cheapest advertising time. So people look for answers when they're in pain. If you're trying to sell solutions to people who are happy, it's 10 times more difficult.
Okay, I understand what you mean. Yes.
Ultimately, you and I know there's going to be love in the room. You know.
For sure.
But you can't sell it.
Yes.
You can't sell it. What you sell it is solutions to your pain, but you and I know secretly there's going to be love in the room.
This is what, like, I like when we do the marketing, etc., we put one thing, but when people come, we give them what they need in
Yeah.
reality. This
At
is
that time.
at that time.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree with you. And you were talking about the legacy, and what is your like vision for this life, and what legacy do you want to leave?
I would love it that when it comes to an end, that many thousands show up.
Thank you. Yeah.
That's it.
I love it. I love it. And yeah, like, oh my God, I have so many emotions, and I feel like, the expansion in my heart, and I will watch this video again and again because there was so much value, so many insights, so much information that I can learn from it, from your experience, and become a better human being. And
Thank
the
you.
way how you share from your heart, I love it. I love this energy, and I have this fuzzy energy inside.
Let's
so-
do this in Bali.
Yes.
Seriously.
Come to Bali.
Invite me.
I'm inviting you now.
Done. Let's do a business thing. Let's invite me. Done.
Yeah.
Done.
Okay.
100%.
Come with
100%.
like really the retreat that will be in Bali in November. Like I can't explain.
When in November?
1 to 8 November.
Oh no.
Yes.
It's before my event.
I come to your event. You come to my event.
1st to 8th. I'm organizing mine.
But you will have like okay.
Anything after my event, I'm free. Before, I'm
But
organizing.
You like why you should organize? You have a
Do
team.
you know why
have
I should
people.
organize?
Tell me.
Because everybody's standards is less than mine. Let me explain to you. Like, for instance, the flow of music I've created in my head. And I have a studio, and I work with Adi to create the videos. Nobody else can do it.
Yeah.
The flow of speakers and the energy of the room is something that I have in my mind. Nobody else would. You know what they'll do? They'll put 5 women, 5 men. They don't think about, it's not about man or women. It's about the message and the energy in the room. And nobody can do it apart from me.
I agree with you. And you never know. I will talk with Angela.
But I'll come to the one after.
Huh?
January?
March.
March, too long.
Yeah.
We can create our own.
We can create our own. This is when you were talking, I was like, okay, he's ready to come. We should create our own.
We should create our own.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. We should create our own and
honestly, truthfully, because I have such high standards, I don't particularly want to share it with many people.
Yeah.
You, me, one person more, but not like 5 other speakers. Because sometimes I'm listening, I'm like, oh, that person's not doing well in life, and they're preaching something that they're not doing for themselves. There's a lot of those, a lot of coaches who talk a good show. But I remembered I was going to crack a joke, okay? But I said when I die, when people 1,000 turn up, I hope they're not coming chasing for money. Right? They're like chasing my kids. 5,000 people never got paid. No, I hope they come for love.
Yes.
And they say to my kids that your dad changed our lives.
People come for love, come for love to his event, to my event, because we are creating the spaces where people can feel safe and love. And yes, you will come maybe from the pain, but you will receive much more.
Well, I'm going to give you an opportunity.
Okay.
Okay? And you got to do it today. It expires today.
Okay.
You go and book a ticket today.
I will do it. I told you.
And a flight.
Okay.
And show it to me.
Okay.
And I will get you 15 minutes on my stage.
Okay.
People are paying me to be on my stage. And what I'll do is I'll get you in after lunch. Okay? Do you remember where we held hands and you said something and it shook me?
What?
We looked at each other and said something. What was it yesterday? We held hands and what you said? I see you.
I see you, I feel you, and I love you.
Look at this. I want you to do that at my event.
Okay.
After lunch, everybody comes in.
Yeah.
Believe me, I've got the world-renowned speakers jumping to speak on my stage.
Yeah.
I'm offering this to you. And I want you and I to get that 15-minute perfect.
And you want practical things?
We'll discuss it.
Yes.
But I
amazing.
want it to end with everybody hold hands.
Yes.
They look at each other and say, I see you.
Okay. This is what we do in Bali. This is what we do
But
in
you're going
Bali.
to have 2,500 people doing it.
Fuck. I'm sorry.
You ready for it?
I am. Like,
You know, I said to my wife, she's never spoken in front of anyone.
huh?
And I said to her, do you want to speak? I said, she's got a beautiful heart. And I said,
She's, oh my God, she's
yeah.
amazing.
So do you want to speak? And she said, okay then. And she's very focused. She's been taking lessons, right? So I said to her, do you want to speak on the second day? Thinking she'll take it. I've got 600-700 people. Do you want to speak 2,500? She goes, well, if I'm going to do it, I might as well speak 2,500, right? I go, wow.
And she said yes.
She said yes.
Amazing.
So
Amazing.
go for it.
Like, when the universe send me the signs, I say yes, because like for me, I feel it yes, and for me it's a huge opportunity, and like, yeah, thank you.
Just that footage
yeah.
of you standing on stage with 2,500 people in front of you. How much is that? How much is that worth? How much is that worth? Yes, you will have that image for life. Look, you will have that image for life.
I told you I'm in. I'm in.
Done. We're in. Oh.
Oh my God. Thank you so much. Thank you.